Mwahahaha. I'm evil and I'm gonna be defending Disney World practices. Hello, is your favorite Teo and theme park enjoyer, Teo. This is gonna be kind of a spiritual collaboration with my own channel that I do theme park videos on. Because we're talking about Disney. Specifically, this video here. Now, I actually highly respect this content creator, and I highly respect this video to an extent. However, I want to throw my hat into the ring as someone who's not just piling on that Disney park hate because they got bullied on their vacation and it completely ruined their view of Disney World. By no means am I defending Disney as a company here, by the way. I'm just saying, I'm going to explain the stuff in the theme parks. Disney as a monopoly is, of course, not great. Obviously, a very soulless corporation. Though I do want to defend my home turf in the theme park realm. Now, I will have hoped you watched this video before you watched mine. I hope so, because it's a response type thing. Don't you dare. But I will be explaining some of the key points that are made in that video in my retribution to them. The first point that I want to talk about that was kind of brought up in passing, that I will also kind of show a clip of here of me and Daryl reacting to this. Planning. Now, anyone who's been to Disney knows that planning a Disney trip is horrific. I will not argue that point. I don't have to do it very often because I live here, but it is not an easy task. Whenever I do have family that visits and we have to plan for them, it is definitely not a fun thing. So I'll definitely give that point, there. However, Disney is such a large property and has so much to do that planning, and the fact that planning is hard, is inevitable and not really the theme park's fault. Imagine if you were going to Universal, right? And Universal Studios, they have 2 parks, at least the one here. Imagine they add 2 more parks. I believe that planning is still going to be that hard. And obviously the price will go up with the amount of stuff that there is to do. Disney is expensive. I am not trying to deny that. It is not cheap. Disney is expensive. But when you look at the Disney parks and how much you're paying relative to how much is there, it makes sense. Taking everything out of context and putting it over the lens of Disney is bad, and then using that to carry your argument to the end, is painful. Because it shows that not only do you not know a lot about theme parks, it shows that you don't know a lot about how the economy works, or how want, need, that drives a market. Disney's a large company with lots of IPs that people want to interact with. And they put a ton of those IPs in the park. This has resulted in 4 parks that are regularly updated and chock full of things to do. That is going to make planning hard. Alone, there are countless hotels, Disney Springs, and countless other Disney experiences on property. That will no doubt make planning difficult, but that is not because Disney has this evil film. They don't have this, vendetta against you planning your trip. It's just how things like that work. You have a property full of things and only 24 hours in a day. It is not their problem that you cannot make the day longer. I don't understand this mindset that they have to make everything cater to how you have to plan things. That's not how that works. That is going to bleed into the next point, though. Wait times. In this video, there's a strong strong portion of time that talks about wait times. And this is painful for me to watch as someone who is a theme park connoisseur of sorts. I know that everyone on this channel is not going to know me as such, which is why I, at the beginning, said this is a somewhat collaboration with my theme park channel. I love roller coasters and theme parks. The fact that the wait times are long is not a Disney issue. That is not, I don't understand where this gripe is. It's not their fault that they're busy, and it's not their fault that rides have dispatch times. For those of you who don't understand how theme parks work, a dispatch time is how long it takes for people who are at the front of the line to get on the ride and the ride going. Certain rides will have shorter dispatch times by nature. Let's look at a ride like, I don't know, the Barnstormer. The Barnstormer is a kiddie family coaster with some odd rows and 2 people per row and 1 lap bar that only needs to be checked by 1 cast member. This is going to have a fast dispatch time. That means that on average the line will probably be shorter. Now, Barnstormer runs, I believe, 2 trains on average, and let's say that it takes them a minute per train, which is probably being either generous or not generous. I don't know Disney dispatch times. Let's say it's a minute per train. And let's say that each train fits 24 people. That means that you're getting 24 people every 2 minutes, which is not even true because Barnstormer, whatever, who cares. So you've got two trains, minute per train, 24 people per train. So that's 48 people every 2 minutes. I know I said a wrong number first. So you've got 48 people. What this number means, it's, let's say, so 48 people per every 2 minutes. And then let's say that there's like 1,000 people in line. That's not going to happen, but 1,000 people in line. So, you know, that's, I'm just trying to like get the math in your head so that you kind of understand what a dispatch time is and how it affects rides. In this video, the fine creator does some math. Now, this math is used to figure out the average time of the rides at Disney. And I pretty much support this. However, there is something that's rubbing me the wrong way. When I look at the times in this video, in the math that is done, it all just seems a little off. Like something does not seem correct. I'm going to use Tower of Terror's weights as an example here. First off, these dates were grabbed, gadoobled from April 1st to April 30th, which is a busy time of year for Disney. So I do want to let that be known that this is a busy time of year. However, here is my gripe. Looking at the observed wait times, I sort of don't understand where these numbers are coming from. Obviously, it is the average of all the times shown throughout the day, but I'm not quite sure how that's gathered. Wait times fluctuate throughout the day. This is known. This is not like some weird, like, off idea that no one understands. I'm sure you guys know this. Wait times fluctuate throughout the day. So looking at this document, there is only 1 wait time per day. And now when I'm looking at this, and the math is somewhat described to start, but not enough to where I understand like what happened, like where the numbers are going from. You know, April 1st, 125 was the observed wait. When? Where? What are you getting that number from? Is that like how did you get the average of 125? Was that one wait that you saw throughout the day? Obviously not possible. If you look at the other numbers, it's all skewed to where it's not even ending in a 5 or a 0, to where that's what Disney does. Unless you went to Disney every single day and sat in line to observe the wait, but I don't imagine someone would take the time out of their life to do that. When were you looking? Like when... I guess I'm just trying to understand, at what point did you decide to grab times throughout the day. Because when the day first starts, it'll be sitting at 15 minutes for a while. And then when the day ends, it'll be sitting at 15 minutes for a while. So what numbers are being combined to create this observed wait? Even still, I want to explain something. First off, Tower of Terror does not have the greatest dispatch times. It is an elevator. It is an elevator that holds a lot of people. It just does not have a good dispatch time. And yes, it holds a lot of people, but it doesn't hold a lot of people relative to how much time it takes to fill. I'd also like to point out that somehow Tower of Terror has a higher average observed wait than Rise of the Resistance. I do not agree with that, which is what first raised the confusion of where the math was coming from for me. I went to Disney a lot the year this was made, 2022. It is currently still 2022. This is probably the most I've been to Disney in a while. And I went to Hollywood Studios quite a bit. I did not observe these wait times. And April is my birthday, so trust me, I was here. I did not observe any wait times like the ones that are being shown. And when I did, it was this confuses me because Rise of Resistance is always higher than Tower of Terror. Even still. Rise of Resistance is known to reach over 100 minutes on average. Tower of Terror, I haven't seen over like 65 in a while. I saw it hit like 80 the other day when it was super busy, and it might still be hitting that now. But I don't think I've ever seen it breach these numbers that are being used as this huge proof. As well as the fact that, like I said, both Tower of Terror and Rise of Resistance have really weird dispatch times because of how the rides are set up. So you can't look at these as if they were any other ride, especially since Rise of Resistance is like half of a walk-through attraction. All of this just kind of ends up being confusing to me. Long story short for this part, wait times can't be controlled by the park unless they make the ride massive, rush dispatch times, which is not a good thing, or by some miracle they just make all the problems disappear. That isn't possible. More people come, wait times are higher, that's how rides work. Apologies. Oh, get me in here, baby. Now we're talking about Disney Plus. Let's say that those wait times are too long for you. Understandable. You're a busy person. You got a life. You got to get to other rides. You're at Disney. You paid money. You want to get through all of them. Fair. Genie Plus is a new service. I am not going to sit here and lie and tell you guys that it is the greatest service. Lightning Lane makes me angry. Really, all Fast Passes make me angry. Fast Pass Plus was a service, really Fast Pass in general was a service that was beloved by many. The ability to wait in a virtual line without having to pay any money was a Disney exclusive experience that really couldn't be found anywhere else because everywhere else was money hungry, and everywhere else didn't really understand how Fast Passes worked. But Disney kind of just got it. Disney just kind of understood. Fast Passes could be reserved on your phone. Well, sorry, Fast Pass Plus could be reserved on your phone using your Disney account and the one that you're using to get in the park. Fast Passes were available in park, and you could go up to a kiosk, scan your card, get a pass for a later thing. There was a lot of exploits with Fast Passes, though, and so they were kind of phased out for Fast Pass Plus. Fast Pass Plus was free. Fast Pass was free. Lightning Lane in Genie Plus is not free. It is $15 a day. Not all rides are included. Sometimes you gotta pay for other rides. Really, as a service, it is just kind of looking a little weird. I can't really defend Genie Plus. I haven't used it. Nor do I really need to or want to. But, other parks make you pay for Fast Passes. I just want to, like, throw that out there and say that they do. And oftentimes, it's a lot more expensive than Genie Plus, just from what I've seen. I could be wrong. I don't look into Fast Passes or Lightning Lanes that often, so I'm not going to act like I know anything about them. but they're all around that same price range of $15 a day. Even at like Horror Nights, which is an event that's going on right now that I adore, they're expensive. It's money. It's a lot of money. I'm not going to argue that. It's kind of weird, and it annoys me. It makes the normal queues longer. But I'm not going to like sit here and rant about that for too long. I don't know very much about it, so, you know. Sneaking up on you guys this time. Dining at Disney. I'm not a big fan of theme park food. I don't think Disney has the greatest food. I don't think any theme park has the greatest food. I just don't like theme park food on average. But I do go to them enough to where I'm going to speak on this matter. The prices of food at Disney are crazy. That I'm not gonna deny that to you guys. It's just, it's brutal. I mean, it's not cheap. However, you do not have to eat on Disney property. Disney is expensive. I know we're getting that out of the way right now. But people pay for it. If people pay for it, they're not going to drop their prices out of the goodness of their heart. I'm sorry, they just don't do that. And like, side note, for those of you complaining about Disney prices for like food, have you ever been to a Busch Gardens? It's like $8 for a Gatorade. It's not good. It is not good. Actually, you think I'm joking. When I went there for Howl-O-Scream, it was like $6.75 for a Powerade bottle. That's exceptionally expensive. That is insane. But that also just kind of goes to show that theme parks are expensive. Not just Disney. And I'm going to drop some knowledge on you. The reason that they are expensive is because they can be. You're paying for convenience for the most part. You're in the park, you don't want to leave the park to go get food and come back. You're just going to buy food in the park. If it's a restaurant you want to experience, like Be Our Guest, you're paying for the fact that you're at a Disney restaurant. It's just like that. And as much as it would be nice if it was cheaper, and as much as like $5 for a hot dog is like exceptionally expensive, it just is like that. It's not going to change because people pay for it and because people adore their food for some reason. Again, not one of those things that I'm going to argue the goodness of, but I do want to explain why it's done. Anything that really has to do with money at Disney, at least internally in the park, aside from the actual parks, yes, it's expensive. But as long as people pay for it, it is obviously not too expensive. Whoa, the cost of Disney. This isn't a part that I'm going to talk about much right now. I've kind of died off of the hype that I had when I first watched this video, so I'll probably let past me and past Daryl talk about this to you guys.
Just don't be poor.
But I do want to just express real quickly my feelings towards it. So, TLDR, Disney prices are expensive. As long as people pay for them, it's going to stay the way it is, because obviously it isn't too expensive to where they're losing business. They found a happy medium where they're making money, and that they're not going to change for moral reasons or something just because you don't like it. Yeah, it's expensive. A lot of things in life are. Apologies, get over it. that sounded really mean. I didn't mean for that to sound mean. But it's just, things are like that. As long as people are going to pay for it, it will be that price. The Star Cruiser, which is a point that comes up later on in this video, exceptionally expensive. It is a 2-day cruise, essentially, on land. It is this once-in-a-lifetime experience, and if rich people pay for it, it's going to stay the same price. I'm not mad about it, because I don't expect them to lower the price for people, because if people pay that price, it's worth that price.
Cash money, cash money. Wait, hold on. I just had a realization. Why the fuck does any of this matter? If Disney is too expensive and too much of a hassle, then don't go to Disney.
Yeah.
I just realized this as she's bringing up how expensive shit is. I'm like, yeah, it's expensive. It's Disney. It's premium shit. Why the fuck does it matter?
This whole thing is just blaming prices on Disney. It's just like,
which
I don't...
like to a point, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, but if people are paying it...
Yeah, then the shit's working. So why would the business kneecap themselves?
Yeah, literally.
You gotta think of it in those terms. Why the fuck would this business that is making mad profit kneecap itself to get less profit?
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck would it do that?
Agree. Did I scare you? It's the dark psychology coming! This is my favorite part of the video. Dark psychology. Oh, those words. Can you feel them? Can you feel the dark psychology? Oh, God. Can you... Yeah. Oh, forgive my evil laugh. The dark psychology. All right, I'm so excited to address this part. Wait, oh, it says park psychology. I thought. No. Forgive me. Oh my god. So, this whole time, me and my friend have been memeing, because once we watched this video, I thought it said dark psychology, and I was like, oh my god, the dark it says park psychology, with a P. I can't make the meme anymore. Dang it, man. Oh my god. I still want to talk about this, though. Park psychology. Listen, I'm gonna go through each individual point. The first one being... I don't know, but the first one, I don't know if this is all of them, but I'm going to go through the main ones. Gift stores after the rides. This is at every theme park. You know, this is like one of those, like, tell me you've never been to a theme park without telling me you've never been to a theme park type things. This is not exclusive to Disney in any sense, you know. This is just a general theme park practice. Is it weird? A little bit. You know, it does work off the adrenaline from the ride. But also, you know, it's there to, you know, let's say, like, a scared child goes on the ride for the first time. You know, mommy's gonna be like, get a You Survive t-shirt. And so, you know, they get the You Survive t-shirt, and the kid's like, Mommy, I did it. I'm so strong now. And it's like, good stuff. So, I do want to just, you know, talk about, you know, obviously that, first off. It's not a bad thing. It's not. I don't know why it's treated like it's this awful thing. It is just a general theme park practice, and yes, it does work off the adrenaline. You know, you want to be throwing money at it, but it's just general practice. And for those of you who aren't like 6 years old or easily influenced, you can just walk straight out of there. It's not difficult at all. The next one is wait time lies. This one's a little hard for me to defend, so I'm just going to explain it because it's not something that I'm going to defend. Yeah. Disney, a lot of other theme parks intentionally and unintentionally lie about their wait times. What do they do to tell how long a wait time is? I don't know how they do it anymore, but I do want to tell you guys how they used to do it. They give one random guy walking the line a red card, and if they make it, you know, they make it through the line, and they hand that red card to the cast member at the end of the line. Basically, they just measure the time from when they got in the line to the end of the line using that red card. This red card does not get passed off like constantly. So the wait time will often be incorrect if the ride, you know, got a new train, and so the dispatch times are different, and so it's pumping out more people, or if, you know, they took away a train and now it's going to be longer. It's a thing that happens. Now, do they lie on purpose? Yes. Universal was doing this for the longest time, to where I would just start ignoring the wait times that are posted because I already knew that they were wrong. This is done typically to influence crowds to a certain area of the park. This is probably because there's too many people in that part of the park, or that's mostly the only reason why. For those of you who have been to a theme park, or the theme park that I'm going to talk about, this is probably easier for you to imagine. For those of you who haven't, it's probably going to be harder. I apologize. I'm still going to do it. Let's say for some reason E.T. at Universal Studios, Florida, has a stupid long line. And they want to get people out of that corner. Because, it's in a corner. That corner's getting busy. So they're going to increase the wait time. Even if it's a 2-hour wait time, they're going to increase... I'm just using wild numbers. Even if it's a 2-hour wait time, they're going to increase it to 4 hours and drop the wait times of other rides to where it's still within an accurate level, but probably still telling a little bit of a white lie to get people out of that corner. This is just a common practice. It is why that they say it's an approximate wait time. It is kind of weird. Is it a little scummy? I don't know. Don't ask me. But it is done... Yes, to influence you. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is real. This is a real thing. Especially during COVID times, they were trying to get people less congested in certain areas of the park, so they would use wait times to do that. In this video, though, it's implied that they do this, this wait time lie, to make you feel as if you have been in the line for a shorter amount of time, and that is just not true. It is hard for them to get an exact number on wait times, especially since they always are fluctuating. Yes, it may say 110 minutes, and then you wait 90 minutes, and then you're like, woohoo! And then, you're going to blame it. Someone's going to make a video later on and blame it on the park and say that they're doing that to make it seem like you got a deal out of it. But no, that's not the reason why. Things fluctuate, things change. A lot of times it will be shorter because dispatch times are kind of hyped up when wait times longer. They're going to really try to push people out of there. So the wait times are going to be shorter. Obviously, it's hard to get a wait time out of the money too because of what numbers are available. So don't believe everything is against you. Do they do it? Maybe. I'm not gonna say they don't, but a lot of times it is not a purposeful thing to do. And now it is time for me to defend my baby, the Smellitizers. Stop. Everyone's learning about the Smellitizers now from TikTok, this video everywhere, and it's starting to hurt me. First off, if you didn't know about Smellitizers, way back in the 80s, I wasn't even born then and I knew that. What are you doing with your life? Are Smellitizers scummy? No. Have you heard of an air freshener? Have you heard of a candle? It's that, but slightly different. They are used on Main Street with smells of vanilla at the bakery to make it smell like a bakery. And a lot of people say that this is to get people inside to buy money. Does it have that effect? 100% definitely it does. I'm not going to lie to you. But it's also part of the immersion in many parts of the park. I bet your sweet sassafras McSwilligan you've been on Soarin' and you've smelled those delicious scents and you've thought, that's a delicious, delectable smell that I'm smelling in my nose hole. Well, that's a Smellitizer, baby. They use them everywhere in the park for means of immersion. I guess advertisement if you want to use it like that. They use them in the hotels for scents. The only place that they use it where anyone could I don't know about specifically, but the only place that I can think of where they use it where you could probably can skew it as being psychology is outside of Main Street. Inside of Main Street. What am I saying? Inside of Main Street at the bakery. But yeah, it's just, they're pleasant smells. It's a Smellitizer. My baby, my child, I love you. So I don't want any of you guys getting any mean ideas about the Smellitizers or anything. We're keeping them babies around. Don't you mess with my Smellitizers. And finally, let's move on to the greatest part of this video. The Disney worshippers, the Mickey maniacs, the Disney adults, the park patrons, the saints of silliness, I don't know. People who make their entire lives Disney. Do I think it's weird? Yes. Do I think it's weird when people make anything else their whole life? Yes. So, picture this, right? You're a Disney fan, and you want a Disney wedding. You know, you love Mickey Mouse, you got some Mickey Mouse stuff around your house, you and your husband want it, and then you're getting bullied on the internet for having a Disney wedding. Sorry. Or a Disney mansion. It just, people like things. We've gotten to this point in time where we don't let people like things. If people like Disney, if they like the IP and they're willing to drop money on a Disney mansion, on Disney merch, who cares? Let them live. Let them enjoy stuff. If they love Disney that much, dude, fair enough, dog. You go for it. There's a weird thing where people don't just let people enjoy stuff. And at the same time, there's the same people that are like, you know, it's just a satire, it's just a thing, it's just a... If you can enjoy this video as an entertainment factor and as a thing who is, I guess, criticizing these people who enjoy and spend their money like that, you should probably be able to see and understand that in the same way you enjoy watching them do that, they enjoy having that. And a lot of times, a lot of this comes off to me as just being jealous of money. Not from this creator, by the way. I do want to make that very apparent. I'm not saying that it's this creator making fun of these people. Go attack them or something. And I'm not saying that it's this creator who's, you know, jealous. Not at all. In fact, I think the opposite. Not the opposite. They're not jealous of this creator. I think this creator's fine. I think this creator's just pointing out something that, you know, is a little goofy, a little silly. The theme parks, the wager one. I think it's the people who are watching it, the people in the comments, the people who are everything, who are taking it majorly seriously and who don't understand how theme parks work, and don't understand how money works, and don't understand how people can just enjoy things. In the same way you have these anime profile pictures and you like these anime, and the same way you might paint your house beige, these people like Disney like how you like beige. That's a bit of a weird analogy there. Doesn't really work, but you get the point. Let people like things. Disney isn't here. Disney parks aren't here to ruin your life. And yeah, be good people. Why did I do like a James A. Janice outro? Do you want to hear more of me talking about theme parks, roller coasters, and so on and so forth? Boom. Click that button right there. Click it. That's my theme park channel. That's me. That's me. If you want to see me do more everything else, stay here. Click the subscribe button and ring the bell. Ding, ding, ding. You know, get the notifications. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video, though. I'll see you guys in the next one.